Welcome to part 62 of the Kicho Wong Dong series. I know it has been a long time since we did the last video, but I'm trying to pick up where we left off. So I've been going kick technique, hand technique. So the last one a long time ago was the axe kick. We're now going to do the hook punch. Now before I get into it, I know that every single system of martial arts throws a hook punch differently. Not trying to change the way you throw your hook punch. This is just the way I was taught it, the way I teach it, and I'm going to justify why I do it the way I do it. So if it's different, great. If it works for you, fantastic. This is just the way I was taught it and the way I teach my students, and I hope it makes sense to you. So for the warm-up, please watch my video on the elbow. And again, the mechanics of the hook punch should be the same as the elbow. So I'm going to mention now that some people have the thumb up, I have palm down. The reason is that this is now the same angle as my elbow. So if I miss with the hook, I'm doing the same mechanics as the elbow, keeping it down. Also, I find if you're not wearing gloves, it's safer for punching with the first two knuckles. So the mechanics of the hook punch, like I say, are almost identical to the hook punch. I'm going to be showing you a hook off the lead hand, but obviously you can throw a hook off the lead or rear hand. I'm just going to be demonstrating a lead hook today. And the idea is that when you're punching, your shoulder, elbow and two knuckles are all in line with each other. So the way I describe it to students is like a mechanical door with the arm on it, and you're just closing and opening that door. And again, if you just punch with your arm, there's absolutely no power into it. You need to be turning your trunk as you throw the arm while looking forward. And again, for the added power, you squish the bug with your toe. So your whole body turns now. So if my hips are square with you, as I throw the hook, I'm going to turn 90 degrees. Now a simple way to practice this is just to hold your hand out, take your arm back and swing through till you get that smack. And again, your arm is doing a very little job. We have a term called a haymaker, where you swing your arm more wide, and that's more your arm, and is also very telegraphed and what we call an untrained fighter. When you start to get into the hook punch, it's a lot tighter. It's a short range punch, shorter than a straight arm punch. So when you're closer, you're going to throw that hook. And because it comes at an angle, it's very effective. Now I'm going to talk about the common mistakes, because they will show you more of the correct way to do it by concentrating on what not to do. So the first one is, like I said before, only punching with the arm. This is going to be very weak. A little side note to that as well is the elbow, the hand and the shoulder are not in line. So like I said earlier, use your whole body, not just your arm. The second one is turning away as you hook. So because you're trying to swing and put power into this, you often turn your head so you're not looking at the person you're throwing the punch at. And obviously this is very bad. So always look straight, do not turn away. And the third one is overextending the arm and swinging too wide and overreaching. Again, like I said before, this is a tight punch. So always when you think you have a technique down, it is important to test it. We have 3 little drills to help improve your hook punch. So the first one with gloves on is you're just going to stand with your partner, and you could do this on a bob or even shadow box it, but in the video we're just showing it with a partner, where the person comes in to swing towards your head, you duck under, keeping your hands up, keeping your head up, and then swing right, left. They come around with the other arm, you duck down and swing left, right. And what you're learning here is to load the hip of the punch. So as you rotate then, you're just concentrating on turning your body, not worried about footwork, not worried about moving. The second test is making sure you connect with the correct part of your hand. Often when you punch, it goes with the 3 knuckles and your wrist will bend, and this will cause an injury for yourself. So without gloves on now, and you can use pads, but we're just using hands. What we're doing is we're going side to side 4 steps and doing 4 hook punches, left, right, and then taking 4 steps the other way, right, left, left. And what the person punching is trying to do is make that lovely smacking noise that you'll hear now in the video each time they punch. And this is guaranteeing that we trained hit with the correct part of our hand. Again, in reality, the chaos of a real fight, you might not connect with your hand, but in training, you should try and connect with those two knuckles and make that lovely smacking noise. The third and final test is adding power to the punch in a short range. So stand side on with a wave rider, a punch bag or a pad, and then try and hit the pad as hard as you can with just your arm. And you will find that there is no power at all, no matter how much you swing with just your arm, nothing. So load your hip comically wide and then throw. And just concentrate on breathing in. And you put the last two tests together, loading your hip and connecting with the correct part of your hand, and then you will see the power of your hook punch. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial on the hook punch. Again, next month we'll look at a kicking technique. If you think of any techniques that I haven't covered yet, please leave them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe and share with a friend. Until next time, Tang Soo.